What are y'all doing? I'm already having laptop issues, so this could be troubling. Once again, when I started it up, it's acting like something big is being done on another computer, and no other computer is on right now, and I'm the only computer on this network. Let a few folks trickle in, and then we'll get going. Says we got one watching. I don't know who they are or where they are. Where are they? They are on Facebook. Hello, Herb. Yeah, everything I do on the laptop is taking like 3 or 4 seconds to react, so I hope there's not going to be any lag while we're cutting on this, because that always takes the fun away. Well, we got about 3 people watching right now, so I guess we can get going, by golly, after I take my energy drink start. Yeah, it's a later start than usual because I finally fell asleep. It took me a while. No telling who might show up, but we got 5 people watching. We're about to start any second now. We have 2 on Facebook, 3 on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, the YouTube chat is usually the most active and usually has better video quality. I'm not forcing you to go there, but if you do, look for Charles Deering. And if you do go to YouTube, please subscribe and click on the bell to be notified for these live streams as well as project videos. I am in the process of downloading my past live streams to make into time-lapse videos for those that don't want to sit through all these live streams. And now we're down to 3 viewers, but so yeah, if you want to connect on Facebook, I go by the Charles Deering. If you want to connect on YouTube, I go by Charles Deering Scroll, but you should be able to find me under Charles Deering. And where we try to have at least 1 live feed a day, if not 2. But let me go ahead and get going here. And when it's only me here on the panel, I have to stop every now and then to read comments and questions, and I'm okay with that. But if you're getting a lag, it's because my laptop is a piece of crap, but we're going to try to keep going. Boy, down to 2 viewers already. Joshua Reagan, hello, sir. Remember me? I made your coffee cup with Scroll On. Man, that's been a long time. I still got that coffee cup, too. Where you been, buddy? Been hiding out? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, that's been a long time. Watching over on YouTube, by the way. We only have 2 viewers, but I did start later than usual. Usually it's a more reasonable hour in the U.S. But odds are Aussie Man may drop in at some time, because his hours are way different than ours. But anyways, I'm going to get going. Not to blow anybody off, but if you have any comments or questions, throw them out there, and I will respond to them in between every few cuts. Appreciate y'all taking time out to be here. But first, we want to start by having trouble finding the pilot hole. That's a heck of a start, I tell you what. My eyesight is not what it used to be, but better late than never. We got 7 folks watching. Please don't be shy. If you have any comments or questions, throw them out there. I will respond to them. People watching on Facebook cannot see the YouTube comments, and people watching on YouTube cannot see the Facebook comments. That's why I read them out loud. But the YouTube chat is usually the most active, and the video quality is usually a little better. Hello, Wood Den. Appreciate you being here. Okay, let's y'all let me know if that that pulsates, because otherwise I think I'm going to have it back that far so y'all can see more of the project. I know it doesn't allow you to see right where I'm cutting necessarily because of that knob being in the way, but by golly, it should work hopefully. So let me get going. I'm going to force myself, unless I die or the laptop dies, we're going to finish this tonight. I did send Russ Meadows a link to the panel, but he may actually be in bed. You never know. That area is vibrating a little bit, so I'm going to hold it. Starting a little later than we usually do because of a weird sleep schedule, but I think this is only about the third time I've started at a weird hour per U.S. Central Time anyway. Appreciate y'all being here. Even if we got a handful of folks, that's fine. Not everybody watches live. Let me check that tension. Feels like it needs to be a little tighter. There we go. And yes, anytime I know that my face is on the camera, I will stick my tongue out at you for staring at me. I'm kidding. All right, let's do this. The next live stream, or the next drive. Dang it, I can't talk. The next live stream / project will be the Stagecoach. That will be a 3D thing. But there's only so much I can do live on that one because there's going to be dry time for glue, stuff like that. But I still got to cut it all out. That'll be the first time I've done a 3D project on a live feed rather than a flat portrait type thing. Hello, Joe Castillo. Checking in before bedtime. Appreciate you being here, sir. I just woke up from a long nap, long late nap. I stopped the live stream earlier because I was real tired, but I kept tossing and turning, so I got back out of bed and then got tired again, and here we are. So the Chiefs and the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I kind of predicted that. Packers didn't show up, neither did the Titans. And then we got to wait till August or September to have any football again. This is live stream number 54. Never would have dreamed we'd get this far when I started on December 11th, 2019 is when we started doing live streams. 54 live streams, but I don't recall how many projects, because not every live stream is a separate project. The live stream ideas are pretty much endless because I have over 1,600 patterns, and we also can do patterns live on the air eventually and stuff like that. Seeing me design a pattern in real time, I'm just going to shave that line. Even though it's just a wrinkle, it's something to do. Wrinkles in the clothes, you did not have to stay right on the line, but it doesn't hurt. only had to alter one cut because of a little veneer popped off, but that was in the wrinkles, so it was okay. We may not have a room full for most of the time because most people are sleeping, but that's okay. Still going to finish this if it kills me. Or the only thing that would stop me from finishing this on this live feed is the laptop dying, which could happen because it's already acting screwy. My days and nights have run together, but I think it was today's earlier live stream. StreamYard actually died for a second, and it made the live stream go black, but we didn't lose the clock or the audience, so that was kind of weird. I think that was today. My days and nights are so twisted. That's the only time that's ever happened. It's my laptop has died a few times, but only had StreamYard die that one time. Herb would probably know it. It probably was today, I think, that the StreamYard died. Feels like yesterday, but you know, those of us that don't keep normal hours. Anybody out there has any comments or questions, feel free to throw them out there. I will respond. Yeah, it was today's earlier live stream. You know what's really sad, and every now and then you'll hear me gripe about how YouTube holds my live streams for review. You know, once I've been going for a while, I'll go check it and it'll say held for review. I am not kidding when I say it was held for review before I even went live. That is ridiculous. I even took a picture of it because I couldn't believe it. Holding a video for review before it's even live. That is messed up. Now, a lot of the regulars may not pop in because of it being so late at night or early in the morning, depending on where you are. But we've got Dennis and Herb as far as the active chatters. And we've got one other viewer. I don't know where they're at. Yeah, they probably don't like me. I don't know, Dennis. I'm told it's algorithms that will hold videos for review, but I mean, that algorithm had nothing to go off of except for a scheduled live feed. That's utterly ridiculous. I wish I knew who to talk to about that. I mean, there's worse problems to have, but still. That's just weird. I'm all for fairness, because there's crap out there on the internet that shouldn't be, so I get it. But to flag it automatically is kind of silly, as technologically advanced as YouTube is and the internet in general. Come on now. You would think on a channel that they flag repeatedly for these reviews, you would think that if they approve the reviews each time, that should tell the algorithm, okay, this is probably a safe channel, leave it alone. But no. they wanna harass the scroller man. And I've said it repeatedly, I'm not looking to get rich off of YouTube, but every little bit helps. So for them to hold things for review, that's views I'm not getting credit for, I don't think, as far as monetarily. Yes, I went off the line, but it's just a wrinkle, so I didn't really worry about it, just kept on it. I actually cut pretty sloppily when I'm working on the wrinkles, because I don't care about exact shapes most of the time anyway. Amen. Every little bit helps. Y'all let me know if that picture consistently fluctuates. That'll mean the autofocus is trying to get going. Hello, Hoosier Mike. Says, hey Charles, I think they love you so much they can't do without watching it, dude. Well, they could just watch it rather than review it. Dennis says, I missed your first live stream today. I was glad to see you this live stream tonight. Yeah, I'm good to be here. I tried to sleep repeatedly and I couldn't fall asleep, but I also had other crap to do, so I had to try to get 2 live streams in a day, so here we are. But yeah, as far as the health review, I know I gripe about that, but it's absolutely pathetic that they would hold it for review before it's even gone live. That's freaking ridiculous. All right, everybody take a drink with me. We're going to pop a new one open. For those that are interested, woodenvisions.com now has caps, visors, and bucket hats, or floppy hats, whatever you want to call them, as well as 5 downloadable instructional videos on how to make your own patterns. Between 16 and 1700 patterns, individual patterns, and 14 ebooks. So, and there's also a donate button at the top. If you don't see anything you want, I hope you'll consider it, because I think I'm going to have to replace this laptop soon. I really hope y'all will consider that, because I need all the help I can get. There's also t-shirts if you're interested. But when you see the caps and t-shirts and stuff, they're not only available in one color. They can just show only one thumbnail for the product, and once you click on it, you'll have your color options. And if you don't see a single thing on woodenvisions.com you like, maybe you'll consider that donate button. It would not bother me in the least. Would be highly appreciated. Well, that was going too well. Hello, Steve Nealon. Appreciate you being here. Harnell Media. Hello, Chris Nealon. Appreciate y'all dropping by. I guess in order to replace the clamp, I would have to take the old one out. Usually it flies out, but that one didn't. That was me trying to fly through the cuts to get them done quicker. Let's check the tension on this before we put it in there. I have no idea, Chris Nealon. Chris Nealon asked, what's the longest you've had a blade last? I have no idea. But when I was doing that triple stack horse, I only broke 4 blades. And that was triple stacked, which usually breaks a lot of blades. It went slow as hell, but it only broke 4 blades. And we have Steve Nealon to thank for all the content. Well, I mean, I created the patterns, but he's helped me with the roll-on t-shirts, coffee mugs, caps, visors, floppy hats, 5 downloadable instructional videos, and a whole bunch of patterns. And we have a donate button on every page of the site. I hope y'all will consider a purchase or a donation. Probably going to be replacing this laptop at some point. It would mean a lot. It's never required, but it would be nice. I already appreciate y'all. I don't usually panhandle off of my viewers, but I hope y'all appreciate what I do, and I've been giving away free patterns. I hope y'all will consider trying to help. Because me more than y'all does not want to end doing these live streams, but if I don't have the technology to do it, I won't be able to do it. And the reason why you're hearing that chatter is because the majority of that large cut has already been cut out, and that's what's vibrating. Harnell Media says, got a little more done on this new site today. I believe he said that was called Charles Daring Art. Is it charlesdaringart.com, Steve Nealon? I just want to be clear so I don't tell people wrong. He's working on a site for me to sell the finished pieces on. If I can ever get that organized enough. The site, I'm not referring to the site. I'm talking about me putting finished piece content on there, because it's usually me that causes delays. Never had dependability issues with Steve Nealon. He's always working. Okay, so it's charlesdearingart.com. I meant to go glance at that earlier, but it may not be live to the public yet since it's still being worked on and there's no finished pieces on there that I'm aware of. I don't know what all you've gotten done, but I don't know why I said that I'm aware of, because you haven't had any content from me to put on there, so yeah. And Steve, there's a video on my YouTube channel as far as like custom portraits, whatever portion of the site is used for custom portraits. There's a video on my channel I would like to embed on that page. It's called Ideal Guidelines or something like that for custom portraits and patterns. I guess it could also be embedded on a custom pattern site, but since this is for finished pieces, we can put it under custom portrait. It lets the customers know what works best to make custom portraits from. The only words I remember in the title are Ideal Guidelines, so that should make it easy to find. All right. Thank you, sir. But it being on YouTube, I'm also letting people out there that want custom patterns made from photographs. That video is for you as well. It lets you know what I need to get better results out of a pattern when it comes to photographs. It'll make sense if you watch it. Just hit the magnifying glass on the search area on my YouTube channel and look for, just put in the words Ideal Guidelines and it should pop up. Welcome back, Mr. Dennis. Usually when I'm prepping these live feeds, I have iHeartRadio playing, and I have it on an 80s country station. And so that's why I usually have a song stuck in my head. Even if I don't like it, it's usually the last song that played before I went live. And y'all take a drink with me just because we can. Makes me feel less guilty if y'all drink with me. Makes me feel less guilty for stopping cutting. If anybody has any questions, no matter what level of, whether it's beginner, whatever, or just beginner on a spiral, feel free to ask it. I'll answer if I know it. If I don't, I'll try to find the answer for you. Four insulin shots a day and 10 pills a day on a good day. Sorry to hear that, sir. My dad has diabetes, runs in my family, but every time I go to a doctor, I tell him it runs in my family, and I haven't been diagnosed with it yet. I know you said something about, I believe it was you, that gets shots in your eye. I'm wondering why it goes in your eye versus another part of your body. Unless it's the diabetes is affecting your eye, and that's why the shot has to be in your eye. Yeah, I'm very thrilled to not have it, because I wouldn't be able to drink Dr. Pepper. I know that seems silly, but I'm addicted to it. catch up on comments here. Hoosier Mike says, I agree, Wood Den. I probably would be dead by now if not for meds. 12 pills a day and 5 insulin shots a day. Yeah, very sorry, guys. Steve Nealon says, what was the name of the video file? But he says he found it. 4 insulin shots a day and 10 pills a day on a good day. If I could only eat right, I would be fine, but I'm addicted to food. I hear you there. Diabetes has given me retina. It's a medical term. He says the spelling sucks, so I'm just going to go with it. I hear you, Mike, about food. Yeah. I'll be the first to admit I don't eat real healthy. And I also don't eat very often. But as pathetic as it is, I am addicted to Dr. Pepper. So if I had to give that up, it would be like quitting smoking. And I know smoking isn't good for me either. But yeah. Usually when somebody's having trouble spelling something, I'll try to say it anyway, but I didn't know how to pronounce that, Dennis. There's a lot of medical terms are hard to describe. Or pronounce, I mean. Retinopathy. Yeah, that Dr. Pepper's keeping me alive. Steve Nealon says, I didn't spell it right either, but I wrote it in Charlie speak. Yeah, well, that works for me because I like to see things written the way they sound. I can pronounce them quicker. But I still pronounce names better than Russ Clarity. Just saying. I know how to say Leonard, not Leonard. Just saying. Wow, I missed a pilot hole. I thought we were done with that. We got one pilot hole we need to drill. We being me. That's funny right there. Charlie speak. That is not wrong. Okay, I'm going to make sure I don't unplug my laptop while I'm unplugging other things so I can plug in my drill. I thought I found all the dang pilot holes I missed. Apparently I did not, hence the fact that I missed it. Alright, let's get back on it. And Steve Nealon says that's the first. He might be referring to pilot holes because he's a little sarcastic sometimes. Diddly. But I don't know, I've said so much, he might be giving me crap about something else I said, and you just never know. Ooh. Let me go ahead and glance and make sure I haven't missed any other pilot holes. Of course, watch me miss if I did. Oh, I think I got it. Every other pilot hole. Y'all take a drink with me so I don't feel guilty. By golly. Whew. I'm going to go ahead and just for giggles see if YouTube has cleared my video yet. Probably not. Oh, what a shock. They haven't cleared it yet. Thank you, YouTube. Love you. I don't even know what you're talking about now, Steve, but yeah, I'll take nice. Nice is always cool. I have feelings. Sorta. Alright, let's do this. Me being right. Okay. Let me go ahead and get this little cluster of detail done, and we can roll down the piece here. I'll even keep it right set up for y'all because I care that much. If I can find the pilot hole. I was nowhere near it. That's a shock. Whoops. I bumped that piece. That was scary. Hernial Media says this is turning out to be a beautiful piece. Charlie, great pattern. Thank you very much, sir. Checks in the mail. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate it. Watch. A handful of people actually want a finished piece, and I only single cut it because of how much crap I went through thinking the horse would sell. I stack cut 3 of those, and that only took eternity. Not as fun when you have to cut real slow. I know y'all like to joke about how slow I scroll, but triple stacking, that's one way to do it. And Steve Nealon, go ahead and give yourself a raise. Just don't take it out on me because I can't afford it no more. I could get a computer through Fingerhut, but I just can't afford any more of a payout than I'm already paying. I already paying for stuff through Fingerhut. That's the only option I know of to get a computer that I can make payments on, but I literally can't afford any more payments. Yeah. Plus, their selection is probably pretty crappy. Probably not necessarily known for high dollar, good quality computers. Egg blabbit. I didn't break this many blades on the dang triple stacked horse. Good lordy. I think I'm just getting cocky and trying to cut too fast. We'll blame it on that. My next project will most likely be the Stagecoach. It's actually a 3D thing. I'll run grab the miniature version for those of y'all that haven't seen it. It will not be out of walnut. It'll be stained, possibly, to look better than boring wood, but it may not be stained. This one is one I did a long time ago on YouTube. It's one of the more popular projects on YouTube on my channel, and this one's made out of walnut. But after the house fire, when they were putting everything in boxes, they broke it. We're doing a much larger version than that, but hopefully it won't be broken. This one, I believe, is 7 1/8 long. The one I'm about to do is going to be 20 7/8 long, front to back, and not counting the wheels. From here to here will be 20 7/8. At least at the time of me working on it, I won't make the doors openable. Is that a word? Openable? Able to be opened? But I guess I could do that if I wanted to. I don't know. So yeah, the next project will be a much larger version of this, but except it won't be out of walnut. It'll just be out of 1/4-inch maple and pine. For the pine will be for the part in here. So if you saw me on Facebook earlier asking about how to enlarge thickness, I didn't know the calculation of what thickness to make this, and it comes out to 4 or 5 layers of 1x pine in order to equal the size increase from this to much bigger. So rather than 7 1/8 front to back, it will be 20 7/8 front to back on the maple ply version, maple ply and thing. But yeah, it sucks that the dang wheels broke. I have the piece to one of them, but not the other one, so we're kind of stuck with that. But that's one of my favorite projects. It actually rolls. I wish I could dream up designs like that, because that would be so fun to do. Let me go put this back out of the way so I don't break it further. No, that is not my design, so I can't give it away. It's on Scroller online, Scroller Ltd magazine. I wish it was my pattern. If it was, I'd hopefully sell the hell out of it, but nope, it is not my pattern. I can make changes to it, but it still won't be my pattern. Same as if anybody made changes to one of my patterns. I wish it was my pattern. Because if I could dream up stuff like that, that would be really cool. Should have bullet holes in it. I would very much love it if that was my pattern. And I may or may not stain it, because the other one's just going to be like this kind of wood, but I don't know. I don't remember where I had the camera before, so we'll just leave it there. Thank you, sir. What do you mean come up with one, Steve Nealon? I'm not sure what you mean. A pattern? I wish I was better at designing things that are 3-dimensional, because there's so much potential out there. And I just got to thinking, I do have some, it's called walnut plywood. It's maybe I should use that for the sides of the Stagecoach. It would look better than the maple ply, But I've already drawn it on the maple ply, so I would have to triple stack it to get both sides and just use the top one as a template. But no, because the sides are still going to be blonde since it's just ply. Never mind. Sweet. Okay. And I can't say it enough. I wish it was my design. It could probably be one of the more popular ones. Here's your mark saying you could have a silhouette of horses standing in front of it. Yeah, or I could try to design a three-dimensional horse and just sand it into shape, I guess. I don't know. That's a possibility. That would probably be carving more than scrolling, but yeah, I could scroll the shape of it. To a degree. I don't know. Hell. And I didn't realize that half the piece is hanging off the camera. That's lovely. Three-legged horse. Oh yeah, I could remake the wheels, but I'd have to come up with some thin walnut again. And I hate it when this happens, but nature is calling, and there's certain things I can't do in the shop, and there's nobody on the panel to keep y'all entertained, so I'll just let you look at Jeebus and this feller. I'll be back as soon as humanly possible. Did you miss me? Don't answer that. Might hurt my feelers. Yeah, the easy thing to do would be to replace the wheels, but I don't have the walnuts, so hopefully I can find all the pieces and I'll just glue it back together. But I like it. Ooh. We should not have any issues finishing this tonight if the laptop holds up. Well, I say tonight. Actually, it's this morning since it's past midnight, my time. But in the UK, it's 6:38. So we're going to be waking up soon. Dennis says I need a Go can. Yeah, but people would hear that and that'd be a little disturbing. But you're right. Or I could just wear an adult diaper, but that's troubling too. For somebody that doesn't need one anyway. Well, you talk about dedication to live feeds. If I wore an adult diaper, that would be dedication. And if I do that, I might as well grab a pillow and just lay my head on this table when we're done. And that would go viral because I'd be drooling onto the piece. But if I ever have a stroke or a heart attack or die on one of these live streams, then that'll probably go viral. Possibly. I've already almost passed out on a live stream. Luckily, there was other people here on the panel that were able to contact others. I think it was a sugar crash. I don't think it was anything else. We lived through it. Came right back the next day. I think it was the next day. Hell, it's been a while. Take a swig of Dr. Pepper and get back on it. Above and beyond, yes, sir. I guess at the risk of sounding arrogant or having no life, doing an average of two live streams a day is probably above and beyond, but it's not doing much for me other than the fun I have. Once we get done with this little cluster, oops, I'm not even in range here. Once I get done with this little cluster of detail here, then the rest of it should go pretty quick because there's a bunch of bigger cuts. But if his pants weren't wrinkled, we'd have been done by now. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But if his pants weren't wrinkled, we wouldn't have had as much dimension to the face. And that's why I add detail. Yep, keeps me going, gives me something to do. Yeah, if it wasn't for these live streams, I probably wouldn't scroll as long as I do in one sitting. Keeps me motivated, makes me feel relevant in the community again. Somewhat. And not naming names, but somebody can't find the pilot hole. There we go. Hoosier Mike says no pun intended, but that man Jesus holding it looks stiff as a board. Well, actually, he's not really stiff as a board. He's kind of slouched. He's Jesus is holding him up. Just saying. Thankful receipt of Dr. Pepper, my friends. Hello, Calvin Bass. Appreciate you, sir, being here, and thank you for saying it's a very nice pattern. It is available on woodenvisions.com, as is a bordered version. It's not unreasonable at all to assume that we'll be done on this live feed. That's why I called it Finishing Forgiven live feed number 54. So from December 11th till now, which is what, the 20th, did 54 live feeds. We'll hit 100 in no time, if I'm still breathing and the laptop's still here. But I really only use this laptop for live feeds. That's why it bothers me that it's a piece of crap. There's no viruses, no bunch of programs clogging it up. It's up to date as much as it can be, being a piece of crap. soon as I get done with this little cluster right here, I'm going to flip the piece upside down to y'all to get these 2 longer cuts done. Then I'll flip it back over to right side up. And Calvin Bass says he's still working on the tiger pattern. And Calvin Bass is asking if I've been back to the eye doctor, not since the biopsy, but they did call and say that they still don't know what it is. They titled it unknown inflammatory condition. So now they just have me on steroids to get rid of the inflammation, but still don't know why it happened. So I'm probably not going to bother going back to the eye doctor unless I need more meds, because it's kind of a waste of time now. Undue anxiety. I'll just deal with having a fat face, I guess. But thank you for asking. And again, on wrinkles, if you go off the line, it's okay as long as you don't break a whole bunch of stuff. It's just wrinkles. It's not identifiable features like a face. Like right there, I purposely cut out that piece because it was too small. So we altered the shape of a wrinkle. It will not destroy the piece. I hope it's not a allergic reaction to wood fiber as well, because I'll die with a smile on my face. With a fat face, I'm all right with that. If it's just an allergy to wood fibers, the only symptom I ever had was a swollen face, so I'm okay with that. Woodden says this could be a first for me, seeing you finish a project. Yep, not everybody's been able to be here for the finish of projects. I believe the walking horse one was the first one that Aussie Man Bill was able to see being completed. Arnell Media says Eloy had something similar, was an allergic reaction to inhaling the dust. Now he wears a mask. I have no idea. It may not be the healthiest thing in the world, but as silly as it sounds, I'm okay with if my only symptom is a swollen face, because it's not like I'm known for being pretty, and not like women run after me. So, I'll live with a fat face. As long as I know it's not cancer or a tumor or something like that, I'm okay with it. I'm sick of dealing with it personally. Did my 3rd dose of steroids today, no change. But if it is wood allergy, then that's because I'm still around the wood. Do one more long cut on this side, and then I'll flip it back around to where everything's right side up to people. I'm catching on something, I don't know what it is. Probably the shelf I burned underneath peeling up. See if I can locate my razor blade, and we'll push down that, and of course I can't find my radius. There it is. I do this in case the shelf paper is peeling up. It will somewhat hold it down and keep me from catching on pieces of it. How many years have you been scrolling? Since 1997, sir. Y'all take a drink with me just so I can share in the guilt that I'm not cutting right this second. But we'll get right back with it. And when I say drink, I mean whatever you're drinking. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. I'm not promoting alcoholism. Hoosier Mike's talking about he got an allergic reaction to treated wood. It's funny. I used to be so good at finding the pilot holes, but now when I look under there, I'm a half inch away from it, thinking I'm aiming right at it. Y'all need to hold the noise down out there, dagnabbit. Woodden says he'll stop snoring. Chris Cute, good lord. Haven't seen you in a while. Chris Cute says you must be a serious night owl, says the early bird typing this. No, Chris, I just, since I got on the steroids, I'm having trouble sleeping a normal schedule. So I figured, why not start a live stream? Because I'm just enough of an attention whore to do this as many times a day as I can. This was the second one today. But I appreciate you dropping by, early bird. Live stream number 54. And if I continue doing live streams twice a day for the whole year, we'll be over 700, by golly. And I'm just crazy enough to do it. Because Lord knows we won't run out of projects. But we could run out of laptop. Most of my live streams are at a reasonable hour U.S. time. But every now and then we do these late night ones. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Hello, Mr. Brian Gidney. Appreciate your support, sir, being here. I'm sorry that you didn't have a root canal to have a second option. That was a little joke, a little self-deprecation there. Appreciate y'all being here. I know you don't have to be, so it means a lot. Well, it was either that or watching paint dry. Yeah, Chris Keats on UK time and Jamie Page is on US time usually. They both swapped time zones for some reason. But in his defense, he's part of the International Makers International podcast, and the other guys are in the UK, so he kind of has to be on their time, I guess. Somewhat. Every Sunday. So make sure you check out Makers International Podcast on YouTube and makersinternationalpodcast.com. y'all take a drink with me just because we can. $14 more cuts and this puppy's done, by God. I don't remember how tall this is, so I might as well answer that right quick. Nobody's asking, but I'm curious. I forgot. I think it was about 34 inches tall. Yep, 34 and a quarter, I think. Wait, I'm coming down the side of the circle here on the top. It's about 34 and 3/4 tall. A little bit short of 3 feet, because I go big. Sitting here watching you, I have learned a lot. It will help go to the next level scrolling. Well, I appreciate that, Wood Den. That's part of why I do this. And because I talk so much, I have no idea what Summers Woodworking is saying. Man, I wish I could, Charles. I don't even know what that's in response to, because I don't even pay attention to what I say. Chris Cute said, I wish that were the reason. Thanks for the plug. But I've been on this time for going on 15 years now. I have no clue as to why. It's just what happens when you retire. I hear you. Well, the plug, you don't have to thank me for that. I think the whole community should be doing that to each other. But you're welcome. I just like to try to. Oh, Dr. Pepper. I wish I could stop. I mean, it's the only reason I'm chubby is because of stupid Dr. Pepper. I don't even eat that often. But I'll suffer with a smile on my face. The blade's getting a little dull, but you know me, I'll use it till it breaks, most times. Now, because this is such a piece that's only holding on in one area, I'm going to go ahead and shave it up to the line. So the less sanding I have to do, the better. That lessens the odds of the brittle area breaking. If there's no carbon papers to sand off. Carbon paper lines, that is. Ooh, diddly. Woodden says they make Diet Dr. Pepper. I tried Diet Dr. Pepper once, but I drank it just as much as regular Dr. Pepper. And, so it's not going to make me lose any weight. And plus, I hear rumors about chemicals and that stuff. I'll just die with a smile. And Ryan Gidney says, I'm surprised you haven't broken a blade yet. I've broken a few. Yeah. Because I get a little cocky and I start cutting too fast and forcing the blade in. I wish I could say I'm a professional scroller. I don't break blades. But, oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank God they're cheap. I thought I was going to break a blade on that last cut, if I'm being honest, because I can feel it being dull. When you know it's dull, when you're having to push harder to make the cut, and pushing hard on a cut is usually what breaks the blade. But rest assured, I have 3 more ready to go. And if I break 4 blades on what's left, then something's wrong. Time to retire from scrolling. I have more than 3 blades. I just only have 3 loaded up on these specific Hegner clamps. I'm about to sneeze and I can feel it. But it's just a wrinkle, so it's okay. Just a sec. Alright. Luckily no boogers sprayed on the face. That would be gross. Sorry. I could show off just to be a goober and sit here and scroll one-handed. And then he breaks the blade, because that's what I get for showing off. But I'm still going to show off on the next cut. I'm just going to do it one-handed. Ooh, he cut with one hand. Oh, my God. My hero. Oh, my. You gotta work with me here. Stop laughing. Stop. Stop it. Go ahead. Life's too short. Ugh. We're going to test the tension, because when the blade breaks, that is when the tension can loosen. I don't expect anybody to be impressed, but just to be goofy, I'm going to finish that cut one-handed. Oh, yeah. I'll keep my other hand in view so people don't think I'm... Well, it's not like anybody's going to be impressed, but oh well. We'll pretend. If anyone's professional scroller, it's you, bro. Aw, quiet. Thank you, Mr. Gidney. And Wood says he wishes he could have the room to do a project this big. Well, I don't have much room. My shop is upside down. But I'm going to sit here and be cocky and show off and have my one hand floating here while I cut this cut with one hand. Because golly, wow, that is some serious talent. I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. And if for some strange reason y'all think this is talent, by God, make it go viral. Now I can scroll one-handed, but I can't load the blade and everything one-handed, so that's just me being weird. It's what I do. Quit showing off doing one-handed cuts. David Jones always comes in at the right time. Hello, Mr. David Jones. Almost finished. Aussie Man, welcome to here. This here live stream number 54. And I don't know that it's really showing off, if I'm being honest. It's steering with one hand. If I could load the blade and tension it, or if I could load it into the clamp and do that all one-handed, that would be impressive. Cutting with one hand is not, but I am cocky enough to keep doing it. But it is harder to steer, so that was my 15 seconds of fame. That's what she said. If the piece was smaller, I could have kept doing it one-handed, but it's got a little bit of weight to it. Well, Austin Manville, this will make the second project you've been here for the finish of. What are the odds? Aussie Man's name is Bill, if anybody wants to know. Or even if you don't want to know, you just heard it, so there you go. Summers Woodworking is Brian Gidney. Portal Woodworks is David Jones. Harnell Media is Steve Nealon. Wood Den is Dennis something or other. I don't know his last name. Herb Hooper is Herb Hooper. And that's all I remember. Sorry if I forgot anybody, because I suck. And Charles Deering is Charles Deering. Oh, yeah. Charles Deering is also woodenvisions.com, which now has t-shirts and caps and downloadable ebooks and instructional videos and nearly 1700-ish scroll saw patterns. T-shirts, caps, coffee mugs, by God, there's something for everybody. And there's even a donate button on that side if you don't want to buy anything, but want me to shut up and pay me to do it, I'll do it, by God. He's a scroll man. You bet your hind end, I tell you what. I have been called worse, most definitely. Usually by myself, but I'm working on it. And yes, I will be adding my signature to this piece on the final cut. I know you're excited, me too. And for those that joined late, I crap you not. You know, that's me trying not to cuss. I crap you not. YouTube held my video for review before I even went live. That is despicable. I mean, they say it's an algorithm, but what would the algorithm have to go off of if it hadn't gone live yet? Not like I titled the video, How to Cut Yourself. Good lordy. Making it hard on the working man, or man that can't work and is trying to make money off YouTuber. We are so close, and it's not even a train at the end of the tunnel. I don't think. I guess we'll all find out together. A Gatesville man died today because a train went right through his shop. That would be ironic. But I go viral. Hey, Charles, how many Patreons do you have? I had one. And so I stopped messing with Patreon because I wasn't going to beg people. I had one Patreon, $1 a month, which is appreciated. I just, all the reward stuff I offered, nobody went for. I just say, I ain't going to mess with this. I offered free patterns. I offered custom work, all kinds of stuff, and no takers. But I wasn't gonna keep pushing it, so I just stopped using it. It works for some folks, so that's why I always mention all the content on the woodenvisions.com and the fact that there's a donate button on there if anybody wants to. Never required, but always appreciated. Because my gut tells me my next big purchase is going to have to be some kind of computer for these live streams, because this one likes to give me fits. Excuse me. I had one. I don't have any right now, Brian. So we have about the same amount. I was actually talking about you last night, Brian. I was saying I knew a guy that did a GoFundMe for a bandsaw or something like that. I said a lot of people gave him crap, but he also ended up with the bandsaw, so it worked. So good on you for that. I know you probably lost it in the fire. I'm just the topic of GoFundMe came up or something like that. But we can't always make people happy. Brian Gidney and I both had a house fire right around the same time. I don't remember the timeline. For me, it was New Year's Eve of 2018 into 2019. And his was right around that time. So we just both had the enjoyment of ashes and charcoal. Yeah. I imagine it did. I lost quite a few things in the house. I mean, as far as sentimental value, the only thing I lost was a Vietnam helmet of my dad's, but lost 143 finished pieces. But some were salvaged, so we're good. And for both of us, nobody died, so that's good. I'll admit I would have been more depressed if my shop had burned, because I'll never be able to replace any of this stuff. But the insurance people said that all those scroll pieces I had, they said, well, you didn't have business insurance. I said, it's not a business. I make stuff and I try to sell it now and then. That's me trying to have an income. It's not a business. And they argued with me and I lost. So I guess if somebody does macrame and they try to sell it, they call that a business. Not that mine was macrame, you know what I mean. I'm griping because I can. Yeah, if I'm going to lose all that time and sweat that I put into that woodwork, I would have been nice to have been compensated for it, but oh well. December 6th, so it was December 31st for me. Aussie Man says, me 3. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that he had a fire too. So y'all both lost more than me, and I'm very sorry for that. But luckily, we're all still here, if we're looking for the bright side. I'm pretty sure we all 3 got screwed by insurance people or crappy neighbors or fate in general, but we're all still here, so there is a bright side. We are what we've been through. Or what we've been through makes us what we are. Something like that. I wanted to sound poetic, but I screwed it up. Almost done, folks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cuts. So gosh darn exciting. Golly. Yep. And sometimes we still need to remind ourselves, yeah, okay, everybody lived. That's what matters. But, it's okay to get down on your bad luck as well, because certain things can't be replaced. And I get that 100%, especially when you busted your butt to get what you had. Calvin Bass says, you tell them it was art you have collected. Well, no, I tried all kinds of arguments with them, and they got more money than I do, and they got lawyers I don't. So I just bit the bullet. Yeah, that deflated me. I mean, I obviously would have preferred to sell all those pieces to get an income, but yeah, I could have had thousands of dollars if they would have paid what the average person thinks they're worth. So I guess that would have been the silver lining to losing all those pieces, but no, you didn't have business insurance. You can kiss my go to hell. Yeah, that's something my dad says. That means you had a crappy lawyer, probably. Or there was some kind of loophole they got you on. Ain't no telling. And they even screwed us on stuff we did lose that wasn't business related, because they talked about depreciated value. And what pissed me off, I mean, again, there's worse problems to have, but my wife had a 65 or 70 inch TV, less than 2 months old, but everything they give you value on is depreciation. It's like, we got screwed. But again, we're here. And the ultimate insult was, they said the fire was started by extension cord abuse. We had one of those Walmart white extension cords with 3 double prong plugs in it. We had a walkie-talkie base, a phone, and a laptop plugged into that thing. That's not abuse. It has 3 outlets. You plug 3 things into it. And neither one of them were high amperage type stuff. And so I think it was the phone that started it. But, God forbid they should take ownership to a crappy device that could have started the fire. Lovely lessons learned. Aussie Man says, one of the things I lost was a comic collection worth $50K. Good God on a stick. I remember one time when I was like 10, 11, or 12 years old, some guy gave me a whole bunch of comic books. And man, if I had kept them, they would be worth so much right now. Of course, when I was a little kid, I didn't know the value of stuff like that. Some of the toys I had little Star Wars action figures. Those would be worth a lot of money now. The originals, Walrus Man and Greedo, whatever his name is. Stuff like that. Dagnabbit. So in between my gripe and I do have 3 more cuts. But when I do die, all my woodwork will probably be for 50 cents each at a garage sale. Oh well, that's more money than it's making now. Plus, I'm pretty sure I won't need any money after I'm dead. Unless there's something I don't know. $100,000 worth of firearms. Good lordy. Sorry for bringing up bad memories. I know this is really crappy timing, but nature's calling me, so I have to run outside for like 30 seconds. Sorry, there's certain things I can't help. Terribly sorry about that. Alright, we'll see if we can swing the conversation back to positive. What are y'all doing? That's my fault. Brought up a lot of sore memories for folks. I'm not always thinking ahead. So I'm going to cut this one large cut, and then my signature will be part of that cut there. And then that's when we'll be done. And I'll do that with a slightly smaller blade. Now I'm going to cut that cut, but then make the signature with a smaller blade. Well, I could probably do the whole thing with a smaller blade. One more big cut. Yeah, if I can find the pilot hole, because it's the second to last one, why not have trouble finding it? Brian, I didn't know you kept hours like this anymore. It may not mean a whole lot to you, Bill, but you're worth a lot to me. You're a good feller. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that about me, because, I'm thinking, man, if I died, right now I'm a financial burden on my wife. I really have next to no income. I could list all kinds of crap that, my death would not be a loss, but to some it would be. So I'm trying to save family. Oh, you're in bed. Oh, just don't send me any pictures of your outfit, please. I know that's insulting that I only have 2 cuts left and I'm stretching, but yeah, I'm human over here. You're welcome, sir. Like it or not, we like you. All right, one more big cut and then one little bitty one. And hopefully we'll break a blade just for good measure, because that's always fun. Huh. I was being ironic. I didn't know it would actually happen. Well, that's a slap in the face. All right. Only Charlie can break his blade on the second to last cut, I tell you what. By God. And I think the blade I'm about to put in here is a used blade, but as long as it cuts, I'm make sure the tension's correct. Yep, it is. That's just funny right there. No, I don't want to go camping. You crazy, crazy man. Yeah, I have 2 blades over here. This is one of them, I think, that were used. I put them to the back of the line because they were dull, but we're close enough we can use them. I'll use this one for this cut, and I'll move to a number 3 to do that last little bitty cut and do my signature. I try to do that on most pieces. Sometimes it would be in the way to be there. Sometimes the signature is made of wood, and sometimes it's cut out of the wood. This one will be cut out of the wood. I know you're excited. Me too. I will have to turn the piece upside down to do my signature so it's facing me, but then I will turn it right back around. Rest assured. That's if you give a flip about seeing me cut my signature. I'm a little biased. And when I am done, I will pull the camera back so y'all can see everything. But let me put a smaller blade in there. We'll do the last cut with my signature, and by God, we will be ready to be done. Which actually sucks because I'm wide awake. I have to loosen the tension because we're going with a smaller blade. Don't want to break it putting it in. Don't go there. He's so close. I'm so excited. You're on the third to last cut if you count your name. This is true. Well, my name's part of the last cut. Yeah, that Aussie man saying that because when I was doing the horse, I was doing my signature, and After I did the first letter, the project bumped the back inside of the saw right there behind that white thing, the back of the saw. And so I had to cut it at an angle, and it looked really kind of stupid. Yeah, I was pushing it kind of fast because I wanted to get it done. He's born again. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, it's usually a train, but we'll dodge it if we can. Yeah, hopefully I can spell it right. I got it memorized, I think. We shall see. But after I cut the signature, I will pull the camera back, let everybody see the whole project, because I expect y'all want to see that since you've been looking at his legs the whole time. And we found the pilot hole, so that's the last time we have to deal with that on this project. All right. So gosh darn exciting, isn't it? Oh my God. Let me go ahead and zoom in for the excitement. Hopefully it won't be too blurry. Nope, that's crystal freaking clear, I tell you what. Isn't it? No, maybe it's slightly blurry. If I can get the stupid crane to stay where I want it to, that might work. All right, let's take a swig of Dr. Pepper for this. Hurry up, hurry up. Well, dang it, I need my refreshments too. Come on, Cletus. Yeah, I'm losing as I've talked about before, I've lost over 20 subscribers since I started doing live streams, but I'm getting more views because it only takes 30 seconds to get a view on YouTube. So that part's cool. Okay, shut up and finish, Charlie. Come on now. That sound means either the thing is not in the clamp good or I don't have the tension good enough. Sorry, I did not plan that. And sorry about the shaking camera and my hand in front of the camera. So that's how close the camera is. So if it makes that sound again, I need to adjust the tension. Yep. All right, fine. If I break my blade during my signature, I'm probably going to cry, but we'll live. My signature will be upside down to y'all, so I know that's a severe disappointment. It's sideways to me. Doing the cutout first, and then I'll just come off of that. Trying to remember how to spell my name before I get going. Just kidding. Can you feel that excitement building? I know. Okay, D-E-A-R-I-N-G. Okay, D-E-A-R-I-N-G. Whew, okay. glad my last name is not something like Kozgowski. Come on, that's funny. Technically, we're done, but nobody gets to see it till I pull the camera back. Oh, yes, I am in control of your destiny. Yay. That is one of the prettier signatures I've cut, if I'm being honest. Just saying. So I'm going to tease you all by showing you the signature first, and then we will look at the whole bloody piece. Right. There is the signature. Let me catch up on comments, and then I'll show everybody, because it means goodbye, I know. Just want to see if you remember how to spell it. Drink one for me. Good enough. Scroll on, man. Scroll, blah, blah, blah. Liquid Courage. Phil Twain coming on. Try mine. I'll never scroll my name. I never knew your last name till now. Bocale? Is that how you say it? Anyway, so yeah, that's my signature. It's all nice and pretty like. Are y'all ready for this? Let's do that THX sound effect thing. I have to position it in a spot where we can get the whole thing in there. Sorry for blinding y'all. Let me get back. We'll pull back this by God camera. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that is your finished project. That piece is called Forgiven. It is available on woodenvisions.com as a pattern. This version as well as a bordered version. And holy hell. Sorry, my clamp fell off of my crane and almost broke the piece. That would have been just lovely. You know, I would have been saying that's a horrible sign from above. You dare not mock me. That was scary. A little scary, but we lived. All right. That did make me spot a little bit. Okay. Don't fall again now. Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Harnell Media and Mr. Wood Dan Dennis. By golly, Steve Neely. We appreciate y'all. Dang it, I'm wide awake. What are we going to do now? Go to sleep. No, I know. I done slept. What do we want to work on? There's got to be something we can work on. But if I do start another project, I do need to start another live stream so that the titling and all that lines up. So if somebody's looking for something and they want to catch it from the beginning, I have no idea. Aussie Man says, yeah, Jesus would be proud till you just cussed. Well, Harnell Media says he's going to sleep and Woodden's going to sleep, so everybody's just going to sleep. So might just be me, Brian Gidney, and well, no, there's 10 people watching. I don't know who all's there, but dang it, I want to work on something else. I appreciate y'all being here, by the way. Okay, everybody's leaving. Y'all can all kiss my booty. I'm just kidding. Just because y'all try to sleep normal hours. I'm kidding. I appreciate y'all being here, by golly. If I can think of another reason to start a live stream, I will. I don't expect all of y'all to be here for it because everybody's going to bed. But this was fun. I will take a picture of the completed piece and post it on the Facebook. But Aussie Man doesn't love us enough to have a Facebook. But I appreciate y'all being here. Most likely, yeah, it's 7:15 p.m. there in Australia on Monday. Most likely the next project will be that Stagecoach. Unless I can think of something to fill time, because right now I can't sleep. But just if anybody happens to be awake that's watching here, because there is 10 people viewing, I may start another live stream. And oh yeah, I'm sorry, Herb Hooper. I always forget that you're there in the dark. Potential future live streams can be me working on a pattern in real time. So that's a possibility. That will be done from my desktop computer, because for now that one's still working. But it could also be a popular live feed, so I may should wait till daylight. So I'll just find something to do. Go do some math. I hate math. Anyway, I appreciate everybody being here. If you're not subscribed already, I hope you'll consider subscribing and clicking on that bell. You'll never miss a live feed or a project video. And wouldn't bother me if there was a thumbs up. And throw all your money in there. Just kidding. Appreciate y'all being here, but more than anything, what you need to remember to do is scroll along.